Hey, Maurice and Odie wanna take over like Zach and Cody. Black and Snerdy is the best podcast, gonna boom like Wile E. Coyote. Wanna meet magic, they move like they hairy. Ain't talking about mental health, no, it's not scary. You know that she coming up with the astrology. Mo got a comic and that's the best policy. Maurice the goat, talking about animation cause you know. Odie, she moving wavy like the boat. Watching some movies and she taking notes. Yeah, kick back, listen. Black and Snerdy have risen. Upload on a mission. 5 stars, never dissing. Black and Snerdy, ooh. Black and Snerdy, yeah. Black and Snerdy.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Black and Snerdy podcast, the only podcast where two sexy black nerds get together to shoot the shit. I am Mo, aka Kid Licorish.
And I'm Odie.
And together we are the aforementioned nerds here on episode 173 of the Black and Snerdy podcast. How are you doing?
I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all.
I should have had that drop. I should have done that.
Yeah, I'm just feeling diggity black, you know? That's the best possible feeling there is to have.
Anyhow, yes, that is great to hear.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling pretty good. It is the start. I just bit my tongue. I hope that's not like a sign of bad things to come. But I am feeling well because it is the beginning of Black History Month 2026.
Not only is it the beginning of Black History Month, but it's the 100th anniversary of Black History Month.
Fantastic.
So
Fantastic.
I'm going to give you a little bit of a history lesson right now.
Sure.
For you and everybody.
Yes.
Carter G. Woodson, if you did not know, started what was initially Black History Week.
Mm-hmm.
And it said that he started it in February. It was the second week of February because it commemorated two people that he felt like were important to Black freedom and liberation, Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln.
Sure.
Did you know that?
No, I did not know that. And of course, the first Black History Month celebration would include 50% Black people.
I mean, is that not the way that Black history?
No, man. It only makes
portrayed?
sense. We get something that's our own, and somehow we can't have it all. We just can't have our own. Yeah. That's up.
But it's funny because when I was looking up, because I remember like at Howard learning about the start of Black History Month and by Carter G. Woodson and all that. But I did not remember until I was looking it up just to confirm, like, why is it in February? Because people like to joke that we get it in February.
It's the shortest month of the year. Yes.
So that was done like deliberately, but it wasn't. Allegedly, it was not. It's because of the fact that it was started off from a Black History Week that had started in February. I believe it was February. The one that he started the one in February 1926, but I believe the first like celebration of Black freedom and people and our progress, etc., in America was 1915, and he went to this event. He felt really like excited and proud, and then he started getting his own going on, and now it is about to a month. And honestly, we need to get it to be a year.
Honestly, it would be nice. It would be nice to have a Black History year.
I think that like people always get white people get their panties in a bunch. Well, there's actually no, it's not just white people. There's two what is it called?
People? Types of people?
Groups.
Okay.
There's like the racist people who are like, why do they get a whole month? We should get a month. There should be a White History Month. Blah, 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 blah. And then there are Black people that I have met both in real life and have seen like online who feel like separating Black history to a month kind of they feel like there's the one
It
that
devalues the history
it.
of Black history.
And we only talk about the same like 5 people. Which,
Yes.
Harriet
Tubman, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Rosa Parks.
And probably
maybe
Frederick Douglass or Harriet
Douglass.
Tubman. Maybe you're
Did I not say Harriet Tubman?
Did you?
Yeah, I said Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X,
Truth.
and Rosa Parks.
Sojourner Truth is always, the Ain't I a Woman, which I'm annoyed about the Ain't I a Woman speech because this is a speech I had heard all my life. My senior year, like at my high school, I like pushed to perform this poem in our Black History Month event. And it wasn't until years later that I found out that Sojourner Truth didn't sound like that at all.
What do you mean she didn't sound like that?
So basically, like she was raised, and I wouldn't say it was either a Dutch plantation, but like they taught her how to read. Let's find it real quick. Sojourner Truth, Dutch. That should come up with something.
Sure.
But she had so she had more of a, like, she would have probably had a more Dutch accent.
Sure.
And because she was educated, she wouldn't have sounded the way that, like, the Ain't I a Woman, just that bare minimum lack of grammar would not have been hers. And it's not to say that, obviously there were plenty of Black people at the time who did speak like that because of the lack of education. But the fact that, like, these white women basically, like, they heard her speech and they were like, we need to, like, Negro this up because she shouldn't sound so smart. No one's going to believe this Black Negress said these things, and they fucking edited that. It was like those Black AIs that you put in sound like a Black woman. And like I have done that in chat when I remember when it was first coming out, and I started doing that in ChatGPT, and I was just like, this is like, especially you put more and more prompts, because I would be like, okay, sound like a female journalist in her 30s living in Brooklyn.
Sure.
Very, like, pretty standard, not 100%, but like close to how I might sound if I was talking or writing something. And then I put one where it's like a Black woman who's the same parameters, but a Black woman who graduated from Howard University. Okay. And then it starts getting a little bit too seasoned. And then when you start taking it out, you say a Black woman in her 30s living in Brooklyn, it starts to get so fucking racist.
Oh, really?
Because it's so, like, a stereotypical, like, not to say there are not Black people who do sound like this, but it's basically like what Black characters sounded like in, like, 90s and 2000s movies before they hired any Black writers.
Right. You know what I would say to that?
What?
That is a little bit upsetting.
That AI is just creating these patois.
Well, if you think about it, it gets its knowledge from the internet.
Sure.
And so when it's there's probably,
so thank you all you TikTokers,
but it's probably
who are
not even
flooding the market with all this bullshit.
But they may not even get this voice from actual Black people as much as the caricatures that are online of Black people. So even if there's if 10 or 20% of the Black people it's seeing might sound like us or the people we know, regardless of their amount of, like, education, it won't matter. They're always going to pick the most stereotypical type of Black person that they find. But fuck y'all for AIing Sojourner Truth's freaking Ain't I a Woman speech, because you fucked with her truth. And I don't like that.
Yeah. So it should have been Aren't I a Woman?
Yeah.
Like Sojourner Truth probably said, Aren't I a Woman?
Yeah. Or Am I a Woman?
Or Am I Not a Woman?
Any of these things. I want to find the original speech. There's if you all want to read, go to the Sojourner Truth Project. And you can actually they have compare the speeches. One is a transcription from Marius Robinson in the June 21st, 1851 anti-slavery bugle. And the second one is Francis Gage's, who that's the one who changed it, inaccurate version, posted in the April 23rd, 1863 issue of the New York Independent.
Just a cursory look on that website. It has the original speech sentence is, may I say a few words? I want to say a few words about this matter, right? In the altered version, it says, well, chillin', where there's so much racket, there must be something out a kilter.
Sounds like Jar Jar Binks.
It does sound like Jar Jar Binks.
Ooh, you say something,
people gonna die? Ugh, gross. I'm
just looking at it, I'm just so mad. Because I'm looking at it and I remember saying these words. It took such a long time.
You did the alternate version?
That's the only one that I knew. It was 2007. And
can I hear you say some of the lines?
All right. So I'm going to read the original that I did.
No, don't read the whole thing. Read
I'm not going to read the whole thing.
Read number 4.
I'm going to read from 8 down because it connects with this one here.
Sure. Get centered. Take in a breath. Go deep from the diaphragm. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe, stretch, shake, let it go.
All right.
Here we go. And this is Odochi Ibe's rendition of the classic speech by Sojourner Truth. Aren't I a woman? Ain't I a woman?
Look at my arm. I have plowed and planted and gathered into barns, and no man could head me. And aren't I a woman? I could work as much, eat as much as a man when I could get it, and bear the lash as well. And aren't I a woman? All right. Okay, let me just have this one piece because this is
Do you want to start over? Or do you want to start from there?
I'm just gonna start from there.
Okay.
Do you want me to start over?
Start from the top.
Start
from the top. Okay. Let me cue you up.
Okay.
This is Odochi Ibe. No, hold on.
It's so hard for me to be centered and regular with you doing that. Okay.
Reading Sojourner Truth's Ain't I a Woman, Miss Odochi Ibe.
Look at my arm. I have plowed and planted and gathered into barns, and no man could head me. And ain't I a woman? I could work as much, eat as much as a man when I could get it, and bear the lash as well. And ain't I a woman? I have borne 13 children and seen 'em most all sold off into slavery. And when I cried out with a mother's grief, none but Jesus heard. And ain't I a woman? Okay, that is the inaccurate version.
All right. There we go.
Now I'm just going to read the real one.
Sure. You want me to?
No, you do not.
Okay. This is Odochi. This is Odochi Ibe's rendition of Aren't I a Woman by Sojourner Truth.
I am women's rights. I have as much muscle as any man and can do as much work as any man. I have plowed and reaped and husked and chopped and mowed. And can any more man do more than that? I have heard much about the sexes being equal. I can carry as much as any man and can eat as much too, if I can get it. I'm as strong as any man that is now. As for intellect, all I can say is, if a woman have a pint and a man have a quart, why can't she have her little pint full? You need not be afraid to give us our rights for fear we will take too much, for we can't take more than our pint will hold.
All right.
Two completely different.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, they're different. They have different impacts. They have different verbiage, and therefore it flows differently, and the message comes across. It hits the ear different too. So,
all the things to try to make Black women.
All the small things to make
Black women inferior.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. So, as it is Black History Month, and a very special Black History Month because it is our 100th Black History Month celebrated in America.
Yes.
I wanted us to just talk about some of our favorite Black history moments, people, things, etc., etc., etc. With a nerdy twist.
Sure.
But before we get into, I guess this kind of be nerdy. But yesterday we had some pretty cool Black people get some pretty cool honors.
Yes. Yeah.
And I wanted to real quick go through them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. I for those of you who,
why are you saying it like that?
Because I need to create the banner.
You don't have to create the banner. The banner was fine. We're just talking about Black History Month.
Okay, fine. All right, we can do Black History Month. But you're referring, of course, to the Grammys.
Yes. And there were some pretty dope moments.
Yes, there were several dope moments. We watched the
majority of it.
You fell asleep for a little bit of it.
I forgot it was Joni Mitchell or Carol Kane or someone was up there, and I was really just trying to hold out because I was waiting for Lauryn Hill to perform.
I think you fell asleep through that whole thing.
No, I didn't. I woke up right as she was starting.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
I started hearing the music, and then I was like, "Oh, here it is."
Yeah. Did you see Clips' performance?
I did not see that.
Yeah, you missed it. You missed it. It was really good. Clips and Pharrell had a gospel choir behind them. It was really well done.
Was it after Pharrell's Dr. Dre award?
Yes, it was. It wasn't right after, but it took place after that award presentation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kendrick won a lot of freaking awards.
Yes, he did.
And honestly, he should have.
Yes.
Because he did amazing.
Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor.
All right, so Luther took home Record of the Year.
Yes.
So Luther was by Kendrick Lamar and SZA. So that means they both get it.
Yes, they both get it. And in the best way possible, they had Cher performing, who must have either been high on Mylanta or just had not taken her nap earlier in the day, because she literally says she gives a long-winded speech, and then she leaves the stage, and then Trevor Noah has to get up and be like, "Hey Cher, actually, could you present the award, please, like you were supposed to?" And so she has to come all the way back out. Open, and then at one point she's like, "Oh, I thought it would be on the teleprompter." So then she's given the card, she opens it, and she goes, "And the award goes to Luther Vandross."
I'm very glad I was asleep during that.
Yeah, it was amazing. I loved it. I loved every second of it.
Let's just say she didn't eat that day because she wanted to look cute in her dress, and she was hungry and probably drinking. And that was
sure, yeah. She
Cher's an
got
icon.
drunk off of Metamucil. So
We are not going to age shame Cher, because yes, she's an older woman, but she's still very sprightly.
sure.
Sure. Olivia Dean got Best New Artist.
Yeah, she did. So congratulations to Olivia Dean. I don't have a drop specifically for you.
Do a drop for everybody.
What is it? The brakes?
She didn't have any braids.
I know she didn't. She had a very nice hairstyle.
Some other people. Oh, Messy by Lola Young won the best pop solo performance. I was very surprised.
I was surprised. It was a stacked category.
Yeah, like she had, I think it was Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, Sabrina Claudio.
You mean Sabrina Carpenter?
Who did I say?
Claudio.
Oh, that's another girl.
Yeah.
That was in that group.
Yeah.
World. Sabrina Carpenter, that was my freaking what's her name? Barbara moment.
Sure.
I had never seen Lola Young perform before. Honestly, the song Messy.
She can play that piano.
I've heard that song a bunch, but I did not know who she was, nor that was her name. But I was glad she won because she was just very excited.
Sure.
Defying Gravity won by Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. And that was, I feel like that was we're going to give you something award.
Sure. I can absolutely see that being the case.
It just didn't feel like, I don't know. FKA Twigs won Best Dance Electronic Album for her album EU Sexa. I do not know how to pronounce that, but glad she won. Shabuzi won because he won with what's his name, Jelly Roll, for their song Amen.
I'll never get over. First off, I know as a person who has grown up with deep love and appreciation for rap and hip hop, I know that we have some very unique names. I'll never get over the fact that there is a musical artist out there who exists named Jelly Roll.
Hey,
who is also a part of WWE.
Because why not?
Because why not?
Why not?
You know what I mean? Like,
why not? When you popping, I guess.
When your name's Jelly Roll, the world is your oyster.
It is. It's your bakery.
Yes, it's your funnel cake.
Folded by Kalani won the best R&B performance.
Sure.
Leon Thomas won best traditional R&B performance. And I'm curious, what's the difference?
What do you mean?
Between an R&B performance and a traditional R&B performance?
Maybe R&B encapsulates a wider, like
alternative and all.
Like maybe it's a catch-all where traditional is just strictly like defined by certain parameters.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Bloom by Durand Bernarr won, which I love him. He's so energetic and he really puts everything out there, and he can really, really sing.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like being an openly gay artist even now is still difficult.
Yes, it is.
But I've been following him. I was following him on social for a long time before he really blew up to where he is now. And it's been just great to see his trajectory.
Cheers to the growth.
Cheers to the growth.
Boom. To the growth. To the growth. To the growth. To the growth.
Chains and Whips by Pusha T and the Clips with Kendrick Lamar and Pharrell Williams one. But it says Clips and Pusha T. So I don't know why.
Why does it say
that's how they were
Clips, Pusha T?
That's how they were talking about them all night yesterday. So I was thinking maybe he and his brother go by both because he's Pusha T, who's well known by Pusha T, and his brother is a part of the Clips. So maybe I don't know. Sometimes they say Beyonce and Destiny's Child.
I mean, but it's just one other person though. With Beyonce, it's two other people.
You're gonna have to ask them. You gotta ask them why.
Clips won for Whips and Chains, which is one of my favorite songs from the last year.
TV Off for the best rap song won.
Why don't I have? I thought I had mustard. Do I not have mustard?
You do have mustard.
Do I not have mustard?
You do have it. You got it right after whenever you got the other ones. GNX won Best Album.
Oh my god. I don't think I have mustard.
Luther won Best Melodic Rap Performance. Which is dope.
I don't have mustard. You were saying?
I was just naming the other black people.
Yeah, sure.
There's a lot of black people that won. So
yeah. Black
I'm
people
happy about that.
Black people came and showed out and showed off. And most importantly, made sure that Justin Bieber didn't win anything. Because even though I loved his performance in his boxers,
I'm so confused.
I loved it. I thought it was very sultry.
It was great. And I was like, he played all the instruments. He had the little floor piano that he was using.
Piano.
So at first, when he first came on, I really didn't know who it was. And I saw him and I was like, oh, because I didn't hear them like announce it. I was like, yeah, okay. He looked good. He sounded good.
He looked
good as
healthy.
Looks good is kind of a stretch. He looked healthy, but I'm confused as to why he was on that stage.
Oh, I mean,
boxers.
Why he was on the stage was the boxers? Yeah,
it might have been to match the video because in the video
it may have been to project vulnerability. He's shedding his outer layer for a more vulnerable appearance and performance.
I guess,
and I'm so glad that he didn't accidentally get a boner.
I mean,
look.
Maybe he was wearing a cup.
A cup?
Yeah, wouldn't a cup help that?
I mean, I guess. What do you mean, like a sports cup?
Yeah, like a jockstrap or something.
I mean, not a jockstrap. A cup would probably help, not a jockstrap.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know how men's things work. Just like whatever, throw something over that.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how women's shits work.
They're mysteries to the other.
They are mysteries.
Other side.
Yeah.
All right. So those were just some. That was some because that was right. Just happened. Yesterday.
Shout out to all the winners.
Shout out to all the winners. You all did a great job.
Making Black history. Kendrick Lamar, I think, has the most.
I think he does. Let me look it up.
Grammy Awards for a rapper or for anybody? No, I don't know if for anybody. I think maybe for a rapper.
I need to watch this.
Yeah.
This video with Cher.
It was funny.
So he took home his 27th award, makes him the most awarded rapper in Grammy history.
There we go. He beat Jay-Z's record.
Beat Jay-Z's record.
Yes.
So hopefully that doesn't cause any tension between him and his.
Jay-Z loves him. Well, I don't know if Jay-Z loves him, but Jay-Z appreciates him. I don't know, Jay-Z. I don't know what he loves. So yeah.
I need to watch. I'm like.
You really missed a peak moment when
she looks gorgeous.
Fell asleep on the couch watching the Grammys.
Well, because
it was so funny. It was so funny.
Lauryn Hill did a great job in her performance.
Lauryn Hill did do a great job, and all the performers who did their tribute to D'Angelo.
They were actually really, really good.
They were all very. It was very touching. Wyclef Jean came out.
Oh, what's her name?
Raphael Sadiq, I think, was there.
Yeah, he was. But Lauryn Hill was for Lauryn Hill did D'Angelo, and what's the woman's name? It just literally fell out.
Tracy Chapman.
Roberta Flack.
Okay.
Tracy Chapman. Why would Tracy Chapman be
a tribute?
Yes, this is for the people who've passed.
Okay.
Tracy Chapman is alive.
All right. I didn't know. I didn't know Tracy Chapman. Oh yeah, she is actually alive. Yeah, I think. I remember hearing about some sort of clearance thing with her. She wouldn't clear a rap sample or something like that. Anyhow, as you were saying,
Lauryn Hill did really well, and she arrived on time.
Yeah, she did.
She had to.
Well, to be fair, they put her performance late into the show. It's easy to arrive on time when you're in the back half of the show.
They probably were like, you need to get here for mic check
at
2, and you're not allowed to leave the building.
And she showed up at 6.
And they got it done.
No, they said, you know what they said? They sent her because the Grammy broadcast started at 8, but they were giving out awards like all day.
Yeah.
So what they probably did was told her when the Grammys start, period, as opposed to when the broadcast starts.
Yeah.
And then she got there at like 5 or 6 and was like, wait, the cameras aren't even on.
But hey.
And you're like, we got you here now.
They have to have given her
motherfucker.
Like a nice what's it called? A nice dressing room to relax. And I don't remember where it is, like what type of venue it is. But you have to have a nice little green room.
Sure.
Where you can relax, sage yourself, do some meditation, drink your like electrolyte infused water or whatever.
Sure.
And get out there and kill it like she did.
And she did kill it.
Good for her. To get to the meat of what I wanted to talk about, our I guess you could call this pop culture. As it were.
When I see you stand.
Sorry, I forgot to change.
Sexy Red is no longer a part of our Black History Month appreciation after her MAGA wedding performance.
Oh, but don't you remember her line? Fuck Donald Trump. I ain't vote for this pass.
I thought that. Oh no, that was on the Lotto song, but she did it after Lotto, right? Because Lotto was like, but I didn't know that was Lotto that sang that song. Is
it Lotto or is it Sexy Red?
I think that's Lotto. Because what's that song? It's always on the playlist. It's no, that's Trump, Glorilla, Lotto, and DaBaby. And DaBaby's also like MAGA now. So.
Yeah, he is. Man, I cannot find.
I know.
The fucking lyric. Hold on. Lyric. That's what I have.
If it shows up.
Oh, you're right. It is Lotto. Yeah.
YG.
All right. What's happening with Lotto and Coop? Young Nutty. Okay. All right. My bad.
Who? Coop?
Coop. Yeah.
And Young Nutty?
Yeah.
YUNG?
No. YUN. Wait.
DY.
Yeah.
Young Nutty.
Young Nutty.
Yes. What's happening? Featuring Lotto and Coop.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't even know this had a video.
We're old. Anyhow, but yes. So
but we wanted to celebrate and talk about like some of our favorite Black history or Black folks in our favorite kind of genres and places and nerdy things.
Sure.
All right, let's go by. Well, we don't have to go by any particular matrix. We can just kind of say it now. One that I was thinking about that is actually a multitude of several people. The cast of Living Single. All right.
We are living single. Ooh, and I ain't got a well. I'm glad I got my gun. You're trying to walk it out. That's right. Whatever this life you thought, pick on the right.
Homegirl said, "No, I left them right there too. It's right like glue.
We are living. Check it out. Single. Yeah. Living single.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm going to break it down. This is my reasoning and why each one of them is a nerd.
Okay, sure.
And then I have a secondary question because I was thinking about this earlier.
Okay.
Queen Latifah.
Nerd. UNITY.
UNITY.
That's a unity.
So she is a cool nerd. Okay.
Sure.
She reads all the books. She writes all the things. But she still has a little bit like of swag. Right?
Sure.
She's cool.
Yeah.
Then there's Kim Coles, who is Sinclair James.
Woo.
Who is, I feel like,
She's a classic nerd.
Classic nerd.
Yeah.
She's silly. She's funny. She doesn't care about what other people think about her.
Lives her life to the fullest.
She's very free, and I love that.
Yeah.
Always loved her.
Yeah.
And then there's Erica Alexander, Maxine Shaw, attorney at law.
Yes.
All right.
Esquire.
She is like so smart.
Yeah.
Such a like everything that she's so easily able to maneuver. And she's someone that probably people would not think is a nerd because of like her commanding presence.
Well, I mean, honestly, if you're knowledgeable of the law, that makes you a nerd. Like you have to you have to pass the bar.
Yep.
You have to
And the LSAT. First you gotta do the LSAT.
LSAT,
then the bar.
And then the bar. And it's not even just like, oh, you passed the bar. It's something that you have to keep up with routinely.
Exactly.
Because law is always changing, always evolving, always moving forward. So, very, very studious.
All right.
Very nerdy.
John Henton, aka Overton Obie, Wakefield Jones,
Sure.
Sinclair's love interest, and then finally husband. He also, I would say, classic nerd. Super. His special, I would say, people didn't think that Overton would sometimes, maybe people would not think he was a nerd because they would not categorize him as book smart. But I think that his intelligence surfaced in various ways that didn't have anything to do with books. He was a super handyman. That was his special interest.
Well, yeah, he was a handyman, yeah.
That was his special interest. And he may not have ever had the ability to like go to college and stuff like the rest of them. But I connected his nerdiness to similar to Sinclair's. They were both very innocent, not very worldly, and we're learning.
So more socially awkward, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. I can see that.
Then Kyle Barker, Terrence T.C. Carson.
Mhm.
He was a account executive or like a stockbroker. And
sure. Look, you have to know
math.
numbers. You have to be good with numbers. So
okay, he probably
very well read, very astute, very
I'm sure
literate, very good at numbers.
Would have looked at him when he was like in elementary school.
But he was smooth, fresh to death. I don't know if I'd call him a nerd.
But this is the thing. This is Kyle Barker. When he was younger, he was like OG, just like super math nerd. Right. But inside of him was always who he was. It wasn't until he went to college, he joined a frat, and he started.
Frats will beat that nerdness right out of you, for sure.
He joined a frat, perhaps, or maybe he just was in like one of the like a gentleman of Drew.
Do you not know?
No, I'm just making this up as I go.
Oh, okay. I thought you were reading like his character bio or something.
Thinking about him. Look at him. That he was like, how I would picture him.
Just assume.
Like he was a nerd when he was growing up, super nerdy. He got to college, he got some slack from there, and he was able to he started making money. So then he was able to take care of himself in the way he wanted. And so he was able to get into his smoothness. Because a lot of times, if you recall, as much as he was a smooth operator, there were some times when he would get very much like stumped and like feel and like be reeling over these girls that he had just met. So I'm like, he has to have been the guy who never got dates when he was younger. Finally, it has grown into his own. He's in a new city, in a new place, making new money. Now,
I gotta imagine we could probably find this information out, right?
But it doesn't matter. It's use your imagination. Who cares whether it's true or not? I'm telling you how I picture him.
Okay. I'm just
last but not least.
Okay.
Kim Fields, aka Regina Hunter. She is bougie. She is a hottie nerd. Think of Meg the Stallion.
We're really broadening the scope of what a nerd is, huh?
Listen to what I'm going to say.
I'm listening.
Meg the Stallion, right?
She knows a lot about anime.
She is a very nerdy girl. Just because you're a nerd, your special interest does not have to do with math or reading books. Does not mean that you cannot be a nerd.
Okay.
Because the nerdness, as we have said it multiple times on the show, is the innate and passionate love for something. So you could be for a nerd for anything. And I want to say you could be a nerd for fashion because she was book smart. Even though she played on her looks, she was very book smart. She just didn't use her wits because she felt like she could use her body more. And she knew everything about fashion. And I want to say that you can be a fashion nerd because why not? Just because you're a hottie.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. Can you be an aesthetics nerd?
Yeah, why not?
Where you lean on your physical attributes as opposed to the knowledge that you have in here.
But I think that even if you are an aesthetics nerd, I think that you also can very well be you could be using both. You might lean on it, but I think the difference between an aesthetics nerd and just like someone who's really hot is because the aesthetics nerd is going to be able to have intricate, interesting, deep conversations with you compared to someone who's just hot and like fashionable who can only talk to you about one thing and not really ever go deep on it. It's very shallow, very surface level. That's my argument. And I was thinking about this the whole time. I knew you were going to have something. I knew you might have something to say. And I know y'all might have something to say. But I
absolutely. This is very reminiscent to the
sci-fi versus fantasy.
Fantasy is sci-fi. And I strongly am opposed to no, it is not. No, it is not.
Sci-fi and fantasy.
They have similarities, but they are absolutely not the same.
However,
I give you that they are similar, but they are not the same.
So
fantasy is not sci-fi. Sci-fi is not fantasy.
I have a question.
Sure.
If I were to write a book,
sure,
and it had to do with magic and sci-fi, how would you describe it?
Okay, it could be Star Wars.
Why can't Star Wars be a sci-fi and a fantasy book?
It's not fantasy. It's sci-fi.
But why? How come
one takes place in the future? One takes place in space. One it takes place in a galaxy far away. It's not.
So for it to be fantasy, it has to take place in the past.
What'd you say?
So a fantasy can only take place in the past.
It can also take place present.
So fantasy is present to past.
You can also have future fantasy.
So why can't we have future and sci-fi together?
It's the aesthetics of fantasy. Is it cyberpunk?
Is cyberpunk? I can't say I really read too much cyberpunk. So
okay, well,
I know.
Well, then I will remove that from because I would say cyberpunk is a perfect mixture of like sci-fi and fantasy.
Okay, what would be? So when I think of cyberpunk, I know this isn't necessarily correct, but I know like sometimes people talk about like A Clockwork Orange being cyberpunk, and I've been I don't think A Clockwork Orange is so like The Matrix is cyberpunk. But does The Matrix have anything to do with like magic and fantasy? Yeah, I mean it. An argument could cyberpunk. Okay, yes, cyberpunk is like imagine cyberpunk being like the merger of sci-fi and fantasy in a way. You know what I mean? Like there could be futuristic elements while also having elements of like fantasy and magic and all that stuff. You know? So like Blade Runner is I personally would say Blade Runner is sci-fi, but it is also cyberpunk. But all right, perfect. The fifth element is cyberpunk. Okay. Yes. Yeah, there we go. So it's very futuristic. There are some mystical elements within there. Yeah. But it also adheres to sci-fi logic. So, are you saying that that books that are fantasy and sci-fi are cyberpunk?
that are both fantasy and sci-fi.
Yeah.
I think I would have to know the title and the stories and like in order to make that declaration. It could be is what I'm saying. But at the same time, what I am saying is fantasy is not sci-fi, sci-fi is not fantasy. Cyberpunk is like a compromise merger of the two. But inherently, fantasy is not sci-fi, and inherently, sci-fi is not fantasy.
I'm reading some of the descriptions about cyberpunk.
Sure.
And nothing about it is relating to fantasy.
That's because you literally have a cyber, like, it looked like it was just a search of Cyberpunk 2077, which is a video game.
That's why you need to get out of my computer.
Well, all right. But, all right, read the description of Cyberpunk.
All right, let me go here. A subgenre of science fiction, cyberpunk has managed to branch out and be so much more than its origins. That said, there's still a basic concrete definition. Here it is. Okay. A science fiction subgenre dealing with the integration of society and technology in dystopian settings. Often referred to as low life and high tech, cyberpunk stories deal with outsiders, punks, who fight against the oppressors in society, usually mega corporations that control everything via technological means, cyber.
Okay.
If the punks aren't actively fighting against the megcorp, they're still dealing with living in a world completely dependent on high technology. The name cyberpunk was coined by author Bruce Bethke, who used it as the title for one of his short stories. The author has said he didn't intend to name to represent this new category, and that the name itself came about through synthesis as he tried to combine different words together. The idea of the name, a punk or troublemaker with insane computer skills, remains. So
okay, so I will remove my fantasy merger with sci-fi equals cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is more so a subcategory of sci-fi.
Tank Girl would be cyberpunk.
Tank Girl would, I think, yeah, I would say Tank Girl is like cyberpunk. Yeah, I could say that. I could see that for sure. But like, when you say fantasy, you think magic and dragons and sorcerers and wizards and, you know, sort of fantastical objects and stories and plot lines and figures.
Mm-hmm.
Like The Lord of the Rings is fantasy. Game of Thrones is fantasy.
Yeah.
A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is fantasy.
Okay, so I just looked
Puck
up
Everlasting. Wait,
fantasy.
I guess it's fantasy, but I was thinking more of the Heath Ledger movie, A
Knight's Tale.
Knight's Tale. Like, yeah, that's fantasy. Like medieval shit is fantasy.
I wouldn't say fantasy is medieval. I think is more just historical fiction, because when I think fantasy, there has to be a
like a magical, a magical. Like Harry Potter is fantasy.
Of course,
yes.
So one title that I've seen and I recognize from this that it says combines sci-fi and fantasy is Dune. Intergalactic travel,
yes,
and the mystical elements with ancient beasts and visions. It has super tech.
Yeah, it's
and like a lot of that technological stuff.
It's
sci-fi, space, all that.
Where's the fantasy level in?
Because like you know how the sand and all the things are those are mystical elements.
The sand is
the
mystical.
Sand is
and
the spice.
You mean the spice?
Yeah, the spice. You know the thing that works?
I don't know. I would
fantasy elements would be magic and supernatural, magical powers. His mother has magical powers. Her and that order. Mythical creatures. They have the fucking big sand dune thing. The sandworm. Supernatural events. I can't remember if there's a supernatural event. Maybe his father. Maybe like the seeing.
Well, that's why I also said that Star Wars is a merger of like fantasy and sci-fi, because they have the Force. The Force is like a mystical element within the realm of the sci-fi elements of the story.
Well, I still believe fantasy and sci-fi coexist and can have.
I was never saying that sci-fi and fantasy couldn't coexist. I was only saying that sci-fi is not fantasy and fantasy is not sci-fi. I think both can use elements of each other, but they are not inherently the same thing.
And I would argue that
like sci-fi can use elements of fantasy and fantasy can use elements of sci-fi.
But I think about what happens if you only think about fantasy as in it happening in the Middle Ages, then I think that starts to reduce what you can call, like, it doesn't connect.
Well, I also said that Harry Potter. I consider
fantasy.
Harry Potter as fantasy.
Yeah, but that's
and that takes place in the 90s. But they don't really
use technology still because what the magic that makes the technology not work. But I'm thinking about, all right, there was, is it Binti? Hold on, there's a Needy Okafor book that I read that connects both the fantasy and sci-fi, and the Book of Phoenix. That's what it is. That it's Afrofuturist, which I think Afrofuturism to me is what if you said what is blended magic or fantasy and sci-fi, I would say Afrofuturism. Because like so many of the Afrofuturistic books I've read have those kind of, like, they have the sci-fi, but they might also connect it with, like, you have like the tech and the space and all that, but you could also connect it to mystical and mythical things coming from like African traditional religions. So I think Afrofuturism in my head, and I'm sure maybe there's others white authors who are doing these things. I don't know, but in like an actual genre, I think Afrofuturism.
Okay, yeah, all right. Then I would say that I can understand that Afrofuturism. I could see that being a marriage of fantasy and sci-fi. I could see that inherently because futurism is sci-fi, futuristic, all that other, the stuff that comes along with sci-fi, and Afro, which would inherently be coming from a source of mysticism. So I could totally see that. I just draw the line. It's a marriage. I understand that it's a marriage and a blending of the two genres.
Yeah.
But that is where it is a merger of two separate genres that do, like, they are two separate things. That's why I say sci-fi is not inherently fantasy and fantasy is not inherently sci-fi. Okay. But you can merge two separate things together to make something different. It takes two to make a thing go right.
It takes
two to make it out of sight.
Well, happy Black History Month, because Afrofuturism is the future.
And we got there.
See
how we got there?
All right. So I said that, we got off on a tangent, but I thought it was a good one. So
yeah, that was a.
And we still got back to Black people in the end.
Yeah, we did. All it took was Afrofuturism.
And one of my.
We did it.
Well, okay, I named Afrofuturist art authors that I love.
Did you? Did you actually name the authors?
I was about to.
Okay.
I didn't say I named them. I said I can name them now.
Okay, there you go.
Octavia Butler, N.K. Jameson, and Needy Okafor.
Sure.
Those are three. There's a lot more.
Those are the top three.
Those are just the ones that I can think of off the top of my head right now. Because there's so many. There is a we are spoiled with Black authors.
Right now. We are.
We still could have more, but I think that I'm very happy with the amount. Tomi Adeyemi, who's amazing, a young Black author. you know, we have so many now comparison to like when we were younger.
Yeah.
There was fucking nobody.
Yeah.
So that one knocked out both one from a TV show or multiple from a TV show, and then I put 3 Afrofuturist authors. So what's one group or person for you?
Okay. First,
or you can give 2 because I did 2.
Okay. First, pause. Okay. So I was doing some thinking, right? I was thinking a lot about the black cartoon characters from my childhood. As you know, I am a cartoon kid at heart. I grew up watching cartoons, mostly cartoons. I still watch cartoons and anime and what have you. And I wanted to highlight some of the cartoon characters that the black cartoon characters that I grew up with or have seen in media. But then I started thinking a little bit more, and I thought, you know who doesn't get the flowers that they deserve?
Who?
The voice actors who voice those cartoon characters, the black voice actors. So I did some research. I didn't have to do that much research, quite frankly, because like there's really only like 5 main black voice actors, but no, there are a plethora now. There are a plethora of black voice actors, but there were only a few for a while, and there are some Mount Rushmore levels of black voice actors out there who deserve their flowers. So first, I want to highlight, boom, 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 Keith David.
Keith David, yeah, he's done so many.
Yes.
Because I feel like anytime you will be watching like an old 90s like Batman or something like that.
Yes.
He always ends up voicing somebody. He was in Gargoyles.
Yes, he was in Spawn. The HBO animated series Spawn. He played Spawn. He was in Adventure Time. He played the Flame King. He in recent years he's been the president of Rick and Morty.
Yes.
He also was the villain from Princess and the Frog.
Yes, he was.
Yes. And yes, he also was the Arbiter in the Halo franchise. Yeah. He's done so many. He was David Anderson in Mass Effect. He's done so many voices. His voice is so iconic, and I'm so glad he has a star on the walk of fame, which is fantastic. He rightfully deserved. And I just wanted to give him a shout out and highlight him for being a pivotal voice for black characters and many characters in animation. Another voice that is very prominent, James Earl Jones.
Definitely Mount Rushmore.
2 iconic voices. Number 1, Darth Vader. One of the greatest villains of all time.
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
No, I know. I said Darth Vader on purpose.
Sure. And Mufasa.
Of course.
The classic Mufasa.
James Earl Jones, that's Mufasa. James Earl Jones, that's Mufasa.
Another versatile voice and who has been in pretty much everything if you're talking about animation. Phil LaMarr.
I love Phil LaMarr.
From Mad TV.
That was Mad TV. I don't know if that was his first foray into Hollywood, but that was the first time I'd ever seen him. I don't know if he was doing stand-up or anything.
Well, he was also in Pulp Fiction.
I think, but like, I mean,
he played the dude who gets his face shot in the back of the car.
I did watch Pulp Fiction when I was too young to be watching it.
Yeah, of course.
But I honestly don't remember his character. So I think like Mad TV was my first like real introduction to him.
Sure.
And I just like him and Deborah Wilson, who I feel like is also like just, I don't know how much. Well, she does do a little bit of voice work. Well, not a little bit. She does voice work.
Yeah, she does voice work.
Yeah, but I think she's definitely like, I would say one of my black comedy legends because she's such a great like physical.
Absolutely.
And like Phil LaMarr, like they always fed off each other really, really well on the show.
Absolutely.
He's done so much, and
he has
it's like
done a lot. He's the voice of Conrad from Futurama. Samurai Jack from Samurai Jack. That's Phil LaMarr.
I didn't know that.
Absolutely, that's Phil LaMarr. Virgil from Static Shock, the eponymous Static Shock. He was Wilt in Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Oh yeah.
Saw basketball playing.
I love Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Yeah, he's done so many voices. He's done so many voices. Like it's insane. Like his resume speaks for itself.
All right.
Who else?
I mean, there's one big one you haven't mentioned yet, but I feel like you're gonna mention it, so I'm not gonna say.
Cree Summers.
There we go.
Cree Summers. Like I said, the Mount Rushmore should be those four people.
Yeah,
Cree Summers was everywhere.
Everywhere.
She was
Carmichael.
Elmira from Tiny Toons.
Yeah, she did. And
Penny from
the Proud Family.
No, that's Colin Pratt. Penny from Inspector Gadget.
Oh, Inspector Gadget. Wasn't she number 5?
She was number 5 from Kids Next Door.
Kids Next Door.
Yes.
She did so many. I feel
she
like
was in Atlantis.
Yes, the first black Disney princess, even though no one wants to freaking acknowledge her.
Miranda from As Told by Ginger. Yep. She's done so, and like that's just a very short list.
So many of like
I had a picture. I sent myself a picture of her with a lot of her characters. If I can find it, there we go. I'm not gonna put it up on the screen. She was in My Life as a Teenage Robot. She was in My Gym Partner is a Monkey. She was in Danny Phantom. What else? Where else? Danny
Phantom used to.
She was She-Hulk. She was in Batman Beyond. She was in Clifford.
She's been
the Big Red Dog.
I think she has more than like.
She has to have hundreds at this point. At this point, she has to have hundreds.
I think she said she had like hundreds of roles.
Yeah.
So
and rightfully so.
And because she was amazing. And I just I was watching a video of her actually talking about, I forgot who was in it, what show was interviewing her about the roles that she's had and why they were so important for her. And she was like, I having like Susie Carmichael, that was one of the first times that you get to see like a little black girl on TV. And it wasn't even that she was like a little black girl. She was smart. She didn't let Angelica bully her.
Absolutely.
Her parents were both doctors. It was definitely a great representation and not like the stereotypical we're gonna have this black girl with one mom, her dad's in jail, she can't ever get right. So she's just love her.
Yeah, love her. Last but certainly not least, Kevin Michael Richardson. So he is best known for many characters. He was Goro in Mortal Kombat. He was
the video game or the movie?
The movie, the original movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He was Martian Manhunter and Young Justice. He was the son in Cleveland Show, Cleveland Jr.
Wasn't he also a Lilo and Stitch?
Yes.
He was the captain?
Yes, he was.
Who they did not bring back, which is annoying.
Very annoying. Absolutely annoying. But he's done so many voices that the Mahler twins from Invincible.
Oh.
The blue guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's done so many voices that he's very versatile. He has that distinct kind of gravelly voice. If you heard him, you would know exactly who we're talking about.
Yeah. And he did not play Titus Burgess's nemesis.
No, he did not. No, he absolutely did not. No, he did not. That is not him.
Another bald black man.
Different bald black man. Different bald black man. Yes. So those are my as far as and they they're black. They made history. They've brought life to a lot of these characters that are iconic within the space of animation.
Mhm.
I personally I respect all of them. One day I would like to work with them. If that
amazing.
ever happens, or just hang out with them, get
Yeah.
drinks, go to brunch. Like I would love to go to brunch with Cree Summers and Keith David and
That
Phil
would be a
LaMarr
great
and
brunch.
Kevin Michael Richardson and the last person that I said. There was 5. I said, right? Did I say 5 or 4?
You said James Earl Jones.
James. Oh yeah, James Earl Jones. Well, I mean, I can't.
Yeah. He'll be there in spirit.
Yeah, he will be there in spirit.
All right.
Yeah.
Some more real quick for me. I'm not gonna give them specific titles. I don't think I will. So, Shuri from Black Panther comic books, and her own comic books because I really like them. I love how smart she is. I love how she's able to, whether the Black Panther is there or not, she's able to kick ass because she may not have the whatever purple flower juice that they give him.
It's pimp juice.
She doesn't have the pimp juice, but she uses her brains to get where she needs to be and to kick ass. So Shuri she's not just like a little pretty face. She's not just a princess. She also is a badass bitch.
Sure.
Okay. And
a fighting princess.
Black Panther wouldn't be Black Panther without Shuri, because who's going to make him those dope ass costumes?
Yes.
That reverberate energy and with vibranium.
Yeah, she to Black Panther is Q to James Bond.
Yes, exactly. Angelina Johnson, an honorable mention to Lavender Brown from Harry Potter.
Sure.
Because Angelina Johnson, well, both of them in the books obviously have a lot more going on with them than in the movies. But Angelina Johnson, like, to me, she was like one of the first Black people, like Black girls in the series to it wasn't just like, oh, she's Black and she's like a random character. She was like a dope ass Quidditch player. She she was in Dumbledore's army. She stands up to fight against Voldemort at the Battle of Hogwarts. She ends up marrying Fred Weasley. She was
the surviving
Weasley. She was actually okay. It's kind of awkward because she was dating George before he died, and then somehow, some way.
Well, I mean, Harry Potter kissed Cho Chang in front of Cedric Diggory's photo.
She did. He did. They did that. It was terrible. But Angelina Johnson, it was like badass, witch who I always felt like deserved so much more in the series.
Maybe she'll get a highlight in the HBO show.
Sure. Let me think. Oh, of course, Issa Rae in Awkward Black Girl.
Of
course, Insecure. But
you gotta highlight Issa Rae.
Awkward Black Girl was like, that's how I got introduced to Issa Rae.
I think we all did.
I interviewed her at Howard once when she came for a tour, and it was just like the feeling of like being seen, like really seen, of like, wow, yeah, this is me in so many ways. And I feel like that really opened the door for so many other awkward Black girls to be in media, like Quinta Brunson, who I want to give also give it a highlight and a shout out to for Black History Month, because she has been holding it down as a short queen, a short brown skin queen.
Yes, she has. She is
love
a tiny
her.
Thing. She is a
we
tiny
love
thing.
Her.
How tall is she?
I think she's like 5 feet, maybe 4'11", 5 feet.
I will check.
But I think it's like, even though like now I'm an adult or whatever, I feel so connected to some of these
4'11",
that come out and like are able to portray this the varieties of Blackness and like of blurreddom, because it's like a lot of times in media, the way that Black people were portrayed were all either like really cool or jocks or like from the hood or whatever, but not it's like they never made a Black person from the hood who also like really loved anime, which is really not, it's false because so many hood people fucking love anime.
Yeah, like if you listen to as much hip hop as I do, they reference anime all the time, and they use like a lot of anime stuff in their like samples.
So it's like regardless of where you're from, what your upbringing is, like we can all be blerds.
We can all be blerds.
That's why BlerdCon is so fucking lit, because you have blerds of any and all type there.
Yeah, agreed.
And shout out to things like BlerdCon, because I think that has definitely opened up a space for Black people to come, and even if they've never experienced like blerdom, they can see it and feel like it's fun and have all these different experiences.
Yeah, I agree.
Which I always appreciate.
I absolutely agree.
Did you have any other people that you wanted to shout out?
Absolutely. So I wanted to shout out I already did Black voice actors.
Mm-hmm.
Much like yourself, I also had a list that I now realize I no longer have up. But I wanted to point out some of the more nerdy Black rappers.
Mm-hmm.
Or Black rappers who are more on like the nerdy kind of side.
Mm-hmm.
King of them all has to be MF Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, first off, R.I.P.
Mm-hmm. R.I.P. R.I.P.
Do I have that drop?
R.I.P.
Let me see. I don't. But MF Doom, I would say, is probably like chief among them. If he's not like the king of them, then he's like maybe like I don't know, like a fucking Prince Lord or something like that. But then you have like Del the Funky Homo Sapien, who I got turned on to based on his work with Gorillaz.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember Clint Eastwood,
yeah,
that was him rapping.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah. Finally, someone let me out of my cage. Now, time for me is nothing because I'm counting no ways. Now, I couldn't be there. Now, you shouldn't be scared. I'm good at repair, and I'm under each snare, intangible. Bet you didn't think so. I command you to. No. Bet you didn't think so. I command you to. Panoramic view. Yo, I make it all manageable. Pick and choose. Stick and okay. Anyhow.
You got a good chunk of it.
Yeah. I would say Talib Kweli was pretty nerdy. I know you have that face, but
yeah.
Lupe Fiasco you have and a big fan of like anime, Redman.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, very big in like anime and cartoons, Redman. So but yeah, like I would say like MF Doom for the longest time was like my favorite.
Yeah.
Artist. So like he was also in like Perfect Hair Forever, which was a limited series Adult Swim cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
So I got turned on to him because they played his music on a couple episodes of the Boondocks.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was doing stuff with Adult Swim during that time. So, you know, I just wanted to highlight a few of the nerdy rappers or rappers who are nerds. Yeah, and sorry. And then I want to give a specific shout out, Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say like he was the quintessential blerd.
Yeah.
Like for me and my college years.
Yeah.
He was in Community. He did Derek Comedy, and he was a actor turned rapper. Like he did so much, and he's come so far. Like now he's like a cool dude. You know what I mean? But speaking of your highlighting Black people in fiction, specifically in your favorite fandom, Harry Potter. You would not have Star Wars without these two names existing in both the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy. You got smooth ass Lando Calrissian.
And
played by the indomitable Billy D. Williams.
Billy D.
So dope that his first name is also a last name. And the last name is also a first name. And Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes.
The only Jedi with the purple lightsaber. Dope as hell. Cool as hell.
Mm-hmm.
How they did him was super dirty.
Mm-hmm.
But he is amazing. He's awesome. Black people can be Jedis.
Black people can be whatever we want to be.
Exactly. We are not a monolith. We are ever expanding.
We carry multitudes.
We carry multitudes. All right. So, where do you want to go from here?
What is your favorite thing about Black History Month?
Seeing so many facts about Black history that are not the usual, because, okay, we mentioned at the top of the podcast that we usually hear about like the top four, Mount Rushmore of Black history, like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, right? But like this is also a time where you can discover other little known facts about Black history and the movers and shakers who have made bigger impacts or, you know, have made impacts within the realm of Black history and just celebrating Black people in general.
What's one thing you would like to see change or be different
about Black history?
Yeah.
About a Black History Month.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could broaden it across many more industries. Ooh, sorry. But I would like there to be a celebration of like Blacks in like just like how I brought up the voice actors.
Yeah.
I would like to see a celebration of maybe the Black characters in anime, Black characters in video games, Black characters in animation, Black character and not just entertainment industry, but like Black characters in like the gaming industry, like programming and developing, Black people in the field of like technology, you know what I mean? Like other Black industries, I would say. I would like to see more highlights.
I would say that my favorite thing about Black History Month would be like the pride that comes out of it. Even though we've only ever like growing up, you hear about the same, you know, few people.
Sure.
I think that even within that, as a young kid, there was still such a sense of like, we did this, like, look at how we created this country. Look at all the amazing things that we brought into the world. Because so many patents for things we have right now, or things that we have right now were patented by Black people.
Sure.
Which is really cool. And if I could see something would be different, I would like it to be more Pan-African.
I can see that.
Because I know that, like, obviously the tradition, the history coming from Black Americans celebrating what Black Americans have done and how we've progressed here. But I think at this point, we need to be celebrating Blackness across the diaspora.
Sure.
Because all of us are interconnected. And the more that we celebrate ourselves around the world and recognize these different achievements, you know, who's to say that they're not these Black people that are in these various industries that we didn't know just because they grew up in London or something like that, or they grew up in Nigeria or whatever, that you just don't really know about. When I think back at, like, our just basic African American studies we were getting at Howard, and how many people you find out were working together, especially during the civil rights movement, which coincides with a lot of the liberation movements on the continent, because there was a lot of help back and forth. And I think those things are important because we have so many diaspora wars. You have like the ADOS and the FBA who always want to take anything away from Black immigrants. You have sometimes Black immigrants who don't know and can't appreciate the things that Black Americans have done. So I think if we had more of a Pan-African Black History Month in February, I think that would add more to like the culture and the history, to be able to know that regardless of where we were, what we did, what we went through, we've still been able to prosper.
I can see that. That makes sense.
So we definitely did not get to all of the Black history, but
we barely scratched the surface.
Like, there's so many more people we could have talked about. Even just talking about entertainment, there's so many people who have broken barriers, created a space for new people, and have just been generally enjoyable. But I think that this is for us to. It's a time for us to push forward and try to remember that all history is Black history, American history is Black history, world history is Black history, and we have been around doing dope ass shit and doing regular mediocre shit and everything in between forever.
Exactly. And of course we wouldn't be here, us on the Black and Nerdy podcast, without some of the Black nerds in pop culture.
Yeah.
Like your Steve Urkels,
Mm-hmm.
your Troy Barnes from Community,
Mm-hmm.
your Shuri. Sorry.
Yes.
I've been drinking.
There's a lot.
Your Cheaties from A Good Place.
Cheaty.
Your Randalls from This Is Us.
Your Wade's from The Proud Family.
Wade
was, isn't it?
You mean Sticky?
Sticky. Who was Wade?
Actually, I wouldn't say. Was actually?
Yeah.
Wade from
Wade
Kim Possible. From Kim Possible,
Sticky,
yes.
But Sticky too, I think, was like, he was tech savvy and was like seen as like
yeah.
Different things.
Dwayne Wayne from Different World. Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of people in Black history who have done a lot of amazing things.
Carlton.
It's
not unusual.
But we have so much information. I think we gotta just keep talking about it. Obviously, every day is Black History.
Yes.
On the Black and Snerdy podcast.
Every day is Black History.
We are Black History.
On the Black and Snerdy podcast.
We are Black history. We
are
Black
Black
history. Present.
Yes, we are.
Black future.
Yes, we are.
And we gotta remember that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes shit be fucking hard.
It is hard. I mean, one, we're old. And two,
old.
Yeah, we're old.
I don't know about you.
You called her Sabrina Claudio earlier.
Hey, who cares?
You're old and we're old. And it's fine. There's
I'm
nothing wrong with growing old.
There's a difference between being old and growing old.
And you're both.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Continue.
I will continue to say that we're old. So, what do you want to do now?
That's it. I didn't want to do anything else. We said the last thing. What else is there to do?
Oh, I didn't realize that was the wrap up. So, with that being said, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching. We will be back next week with another episode of the Black and Snerdy podcast. Until then, take it easy. Keep it sleazy. Bye. I'm trying to find the thing, and there it is. Here it is. Bye. Thanks for listening to the show. If you'd like to contact the podcast, you can reach us via email at blackandsnerdypodcast@gmail.com. You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok at Black and Snerdy Podcast, as well as on Twitter at Black and Snerdy. You can find me, Maurice, on all social media under the handle Licorish is Legit. That's LICORISH is legit.
And you can find me on Instagram. It's ThatSOD, and on Twitter, THATSOD_E. And don't forget to like, rate, and subscribe to us. Tune in next time to the Black and Snerdy Podcast, where nerds of a feather rock together.
Remember?
Bye.
Not
yet.
No, this is keeping it. We're keeping this in. Don't forget to take your meds and your subs and drink water. Bye.
Bye.
I actually want to keep that.